So we're going to be talking about linear transformations. Okay, so families of graphs that have parts that are at least one characteristic in common, parent functions. This one is what we're doing right now. It's going to be this. If we were talking about absolute value that we're doing later in this chapter, it would be like this. The identity function is that one right there. Transformations. We're going to be moving left and right. I know I just did that backwards. Up and down. Oh, that actually is a translation. Transformation. We can actually make something that was small and make it bigger. Okay, so vertical translation. Okay, I know it's a bunch of words. It's okay. So it's going to look like this. Okay, so we started with this and we're going to go to this. The difference is we've added k. So if you add k and k is greater than 0, you're going to be moving up. So if I had x plus 6, I'm going to go up 6. Okay? This one says if k is less than 0, I'm going to go down. So if I had x minus 6, I would have gone down 6 units. Okay, so that's basically what's happening. So f of x, every single time f of x is this right here. Okay? So all I'm doing is rewriting that. So what I'm going to do now is these are my f of x values, and I'm going to subtract 2. So negative 3, negative 2, negative 1. Okay, and this right here is my g of x, because that's what this is right here. Okay, so negative 1, negative 3. You may ask where I got that. Got it from right there. 0, negative 2. I got it from here and here. And 1 and negative 1. Okay, so if I'm talking about f of x, oh, you know what? I should do that in a different color. F of x is here. Okay. This is always f of x for linear. Then I'm going to do negative 1, negative 3. So what I've done is I've gone down 2. Gone down 2. All I've done is taken the same line and I moved down 2. Okay? Over here. Okay? So my f of x, again, this equals x. So whatever x is, f of x is the same thing. This time, we're going to subtract 1. So remember, this right here is your g of x. How do I know it? Because it's right there. Okay, so that's going to get me negative 1, negative 2, 0, negative 1, 1, 0. So my original is always this, because whatever x is, y is. And this I would have gone down 1. So 0, negative 1. Oh, I did the wrong colors just now. This should have been this color. And the red, we should have gone down 1. So we're going to be here. And then it was I'm like, this is really hard to do. When the it's not hard to do. I don't like when the graph is going by 2s instead of going by 1s. Okay, so horizontal, now we have to be careful. How can we tell the difference between horizontal and vertical? Okay. Oops, I don't know why I did that. This is inside the parentheses, okay? Now, if you notice, the formula for this is x minus h. So it's going to do the opposite of what you think it's going to do. So if h is greater than 0, it's going to move to the right. If it's less than 0, it's going to move to the left. But you have to remember, seriously, that this looks like this. Okay. So now we're going to come down here. You ready? Here we go. So, x, I don't know, -1, 0, 1. Okay? We're going to add 5 to these x values. So that's going to be 4, 5, 6. Okay, so all we did was add 4, 5, and 6 to this. Now, ouch. Now what we're going to do is we are going, this right here, that's this here. Okay? So all we're going to do is write 4, 5, 6. Okay? Oh, I want to change colors for this. So, -1, 4. 0, 5. 1, 6. So my original line is this one. Like we've done, this is the parent graph. Okay, this is the parent graph. Like this. And this, we're going to go -1. I don't know why they teach it this way, but they do. 0, 5. 1, 6. I really don't know why they taught it this way. Okay. I would have taught it, you move it to the left here. Don't know why they taught it that way. All we did was we moved it to the left 5. This went to the left 5. Okay, let's come over here.
Here's the forecast for tomorrow in Santa Clarita. Look for lots of sun with a high of 97 degrees Fahrenheit and a low of 59 degrees.
Sorry about that. So -1, I'm going to use -2. And the reason I'm using this is because these are going up and down by 2s. So why am I using 1s? So this is going to be 10, 12, 14. That's not even on this graph. We're going to pick different numbers just so that it fits on this graph. -6, -4, -2. 6. This is going to be 8, 10. Okay, so the original, again, I didn't mean for it to be that color. I hate when I do that. There we go. This, -6, 6. -4, 8. -2, 10. Okay, so this would have moved this over 12 to the left. Okay, so now we're going to have multiple things going on. So whatever is happening inside is happening to the x. Whatever is on the outside of the parentheses is what's happening to the y. Okay. So right now, -2, 0, 1. I don't know. So to the x, I'm going to subtract 6. So that's -8. -6, -5. Okay? This right here, that's this, and this. Okay? Then we're going to take these values right here and we're going to add 3 to them. So -5, -3, and -2. So now we're going to take the parentheses and we're going to do -2, -5, 0, -3, and 1, -2. Now, if I was just looking at this, I would say I'm going to the right 6 and I'm going up 3. Why they're making this so hard, I don't know. So my original graph of this is here. And then we went green. So -2, -5, 0, -3, 1, -2. Oops, I put it in the wrong spot. Okay, that was a bad line. That looks better. I wonder if I can get rid of that. Well, not very well. There we go. Okay, so we went to the right 6 and up 3. So let's look at I want to look at this. So if I was to take this point right here, go to the right 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, up 1, 2, 3. It moved right there. They are making this so much harder. Okay, this one. Dilations. We stretch or we compress the graph. So no parentheses. So this is what we're doing to the y value. So if it's greater than, we're going to stretch it. If it's between 0 and 1, we're going to compress it. And this has to do with the x-axis. So we're going to come down here and do this. So remember, this equals x. So -2, -1, 1, 2. We're going to multiply it by 2. So -4, -2, 0, 2, 4. So if I write it as a set of parentheses, -2, -4, -1, -2, 0, 0. Because anything you multiply. Okay. So I'm going to draw this picture. -2, 1, 2, 3, 4. -1, -2. 0, 0. And there we go. So this number right here was bigger than 1, so it stretched it away from the x-axis. Okay. So if I looked at this, it says describe the transformation. G of x equals 6x as it relates to it. Okay, so that means if I'm looking at this number is bigger than 1. So it's compressed. Nope, wrong one. It's stretched vertically. And the slope of that line, up 2 over 1. So the slope is 2. Oh, sorry, the slope would be 6. This one it's 2 because that's that problem. So the slope would be 6. Okay, so now we're going to talk about horizontal. Okay, when we talk about horizontal, okay, it's inside. It's going to be inside the parenthesis. Okay? If the number inside the parenthesis is greater than 1, look at what it does to the x value. It's the reciprocal of what's in front of x. Okay? The reciprocal. Okay. So I'll show you what that means in just a second. So if I look at this, I'm going to take fourth of the x. So -2, -1, 0, 1, 2. Okay. I don't know why it makes us write this over again. Okay, so I take this and I write it as x, -8, -2, -4, -1, 0, 0, 4, 1, 8, 2. Okay, so if I look at the original one, it's here, -8, -2, -4, -1, 0, 0, 4, 1, and 8, 2. Okay. So, what it's doing is if I look at the slope of this, I go up 1, I go over to the right 4. Okay. So my slope on this line is 1/4. Okay. Yeah. Then we have reflections. So reflections, if I have this on the outside, you reflect over the x-axis. If it's on the inside, you reflect over the y-axis. So all we're doing is reflecting it. Okay. So remember, this is equal to x, so all these numbers are the same. Okay. So now we're taking these numbers and we're multiplying it by -1/2. Change colors. So -2, -1, 0, 1, 2. So this is -4, -2. This is 0, 0. Oh, don't ask, I don't know. -2, -1, 0, 0, 2, 1, and 4, 2. Okay, again, this is the original parent graph. -4, -2. -2, -1. 0, 0, 2, 1, 4, 2. Okay, slope on this is 1/2. Too bad nobody's actually paying attention to what I'm doing, or you're not here to yell at me for my ability to multiply. This would be +2. This would be +1, 0, -1, -2. I was wondering what was wrong. I knew there was something wrong. Okay, so -4, +2, -2, +1, -1, and it looks like this. Ignore this one right there. Okay, so on this one, I multiply by -3 the x value. So that's going to be 6, 3, 0, -3, -6. Again. And that's only because this equals that. So 6, nope, -2, 6, -1, 3, 0, 0, 1, negative 3, and 2, negative 6. Okay, so the original graph is here. So I have negative 2, positive 6, negative 1, 3, 0, 0, 1, negative 3, and 2, negative 6. And there you go. Okay, so the original equation on this one is going to be here. So what are we going to do? I'll take negative 3, negative 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. And that would be, oh, we probably don't want this one. Multiply it by negative, that's 20. That's 10, 0, negative 10, negative 20, negative 30. So, negative 3, 30. Why did I write that there? Negative 3, 30, negative 2, 20, negative 1, 10, 0, 0, 1, negative 10, 2, negative 20, and 3, negative 30. Well, guess what? We can't actually write all of those. We can just do 1, negative 10, 1, negative 10, 0, 0, and 1, negative 1, positive 10. Okay?